Everybody. So we are in lesson 13 still, and we're moving on to a song that I wrote about 10, 12 years ago. The students really liked it a lot, so I kept it in the book, and it is called Rockin. And if you look in your book, this is a trumpet part, but it'll give you an idea. Here's the song. It's on page 41, and it is in a duet format. And that means that two people can play this together playing different parts, and it adds harmony to the song, okay? So if you're on part one, that would be right here, and you would go straight across like this. If you are part two, you're right below, and you go across at the same time, okay? The notes are different here, but the rhythms in the beginning are the same together, okay? And it does that all the way down the page, okay? I'm going to start with part one, and we're going to do call and response. I will play the first two measures, and then it'll be your turn, and I'll play again with you, and we'll play it together. Then I will play measure 3 and 4, so you can hear it, and then you come in right away, and you play it. So it's a call and response type of song. There is a new note on the first beat of the second measure is your new note that's in this lesson, okay? So be aware of that, all right? So we're going to do a call and response. And so if you don't have your instrument or your music, pause the video right now and go get it. If you're all set to go, I'm ready. I'll start, okay? And I'll just count it off for you. I'll play the first two measures again, then you play it right back, and I'll play with you along when you repeat it, okay? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. You. Me. You. Me. You. Me. There you go. Okay? All right. So I'm just pausing here for a minute. The next little section, okay, and you can go back and rewind that if you want and try it again and play it along. The next section at measure 9 has a series of eighth notes starting in the beginning of the measure. All right? And you're going to, if you were to count that, if I asked you or your teacher asked you, how do you count that measure? Well, with those eighth notes, you're going to do this. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. That's how you count that measure, okay? So I am right here, and again, this is trumpet music, but it's the same rhythm. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. That is how you count that rhythm, all right? So I'm going to play through that now. One other thing changes here. We started out mezzo forte, which means medium loud. This next part is soft, so you need to play it a little bit softer, all right? And I'll do two measures, and then you're going to play it right back. We'll do like we just did. Here we go. First me, 3, 4. You. Me. You. Me. You. Me. Okay, so that was measure 16, the measure right before measure 17. If you look at that measure, on beat 2, there's a little line up on the top of the note, followed by a little dot on the last eighth note. That is an articulation. So the first note you play long with the line, and the little dot note you play short. Again, I'm on measure 16, so that's the measure before 17. Try to find that, okay? And it sounds like this. Hear how I played that last note short? That is called an articulation, okay? All right, great. So let's keep going. I'm on measure 17. I'll play 2 measures. You play those 2 measures back. 3, 4. You. Me. You. Me. You. Me. You. There you go. So that's how you kind of construct the song. If you notice, I'll go right back to measure 2 for a minute. Do you see the slur? Do you see the line, that curved line for those 3 notes? We've talked about this before. Slurring, you let the air go through your instrument and you just move the buttons, okay, as the air keeps going. It sounds like this. Versus, this is not slurring. Hear the difference? That when the notes are separated. So there's elements of slurs in this. There's dynamics in this song, okay, and articulations where you play notes short or long, okay, so there's quite a few little different things in here. So I would say work through that, okay, and I will have another video with Rockin in a second, okay.